Hi, people. I am Deborah. Let me read the disclaimer. All the information provided on this channel is for educational purposes only. This channel does not promote or encourage misuse of the information. I do encourage you to consider your intuition at all times. Some knowledge is my intuition given to me in pieces, some completed. I also encourage sometimes to go watch videos and articles. Use your discernment when viewing any video or listening to others, including myself. I encourage you to take what resonates with you and what does not resonate with you, put it on the shelf or throw it away. Respect the journey of others. Your crafts are not working. All you do is cause it to return to you. Now, I said that I want to finish talking about part one of this video, which is a series of 4. Maybe it'll be more than that. But I want to talk. Hey, how you doing? Oh, coconut from the early. Okay, how you doing? I want to continue talking about the women, and I'm going to post a picture that I took on the game called secondlife.com. It is getting out of hand now. Hi, Fool Abroad. How you doing? Good to see you as well. It is getting out of hand now. I'm going to call them female for now because they're younger. I'm getting to the point where I'm tired of the young ladies saying it's none of your business what I do, what I wear. It is my business because when you walk around half naked, don't take a bath, smelling like fish, that affects me because I'm the same complexion that you are. And so people will start saying and calling it general. I talk to my son all the time, and he makes general statements. And I have to correct him and say, that's not everybody. And I'm saying the same thing, that this uh, halfway naked, wearing eyelashes way out to here, wearing somebody else's hair is not natural. It is very unnatural. Saying that I take a bath 5 days a week and I don't have to take a bath every day is not natural. Okay? And here's the thing. I have a problem with the water too. And what I mean by that, it seems like to me they putting something in the water because it's causing me to burn. But what I do, I take and put some peroxides in there, and mix it in with some other stuff that will soothe while I'm in the tub, because you have to bathe your stinking ass body because it smells. The skin smells. And being that I'm an older person, the older you get, the more you smell. You have to bathe your body, you have to brush your teeth, and you have to wash your stinking fish. Okay? Because for some reason, people like to get up in your face when they're talking to you. And they don't care what that breath is smelling like. And that breath be fuming. And I'm talking about many, the young people and the old people. And I politely, because I take gum with me everywhere I go. And I politely say to them, would you like to have a piece of gum? And they say no. But they all up in your face, very close to you. And you got to smell that stuff. But let me tell you something. I was listening to somebody on their live video this morning, and it bothers me that they don't see nothing wrong with jumping in one relationship after the other. You don't give yourself time to heal. And obviously, we, being the age that we are, and the young people are acting the way they're acting, we missed the boat. We didn't say the things that we need to say to them because they off doing their own thing and they messing themselves up. So here it is, better late than never. And so I'm going to talk about it as much as I can because there is a man on TikTok, and I put it under my last video. If you have a TikTok account, I'm not going to call his name, but it's on my last video that I did. And he's straight out saying that men hate women. And he tells you what they have women doing. And this man is an Islam. I think his religion is Islam. And it's sad that the women listen to these men, because I've said it over and over and over. The patriarchals hate women. They got you walking around with clothes almost on the ground. They got you wearing stuff over your head, saying that she must cover up her body. Cover up her body so his penis won't get hard. It's time to wake up, women. It's time to wake up for that. And then you got these girls, these young girls, thinking that they have sex with these guys, that these guys love them. They don't love you. They don't think nothing of you. You are a piece of meat to them. And then those that are patriarchals, they know the history of the women. And so they're going to dog you out anyway. They're going to dog you out, and they ain't going to never have respect for you if you wear no clothes or you wear too much clothes. They ain't going to have no respect for you because they hate you. They hate you. And it's clear that they hate you because when you read the Bible, and I'm going to keep saying it, throughout the entire Bible, from the beginning to the end, they hate you because the writers of the books are patriarchals. They hate women. Now that you know that they hate women, hi, Jesse. Now that you know many of them. Now I'm talking straight about patriarchal. If you're not a patriarchal and you don't hate women, that's all fine and good. If you are a female and you don't like what I'm saying about the males, then you need to leave because this ain't for you. And see, and I'm tired of that too. I'm so sick and tired of females supporting these guys that are totally disrespectful to the women. They're going to keep on being disrespectful to you for as long as you allow them to. If you're disrespecting yourself, they're going to continue disrespecting you. We cannot, and there are many of us, we're not going to allow you to continue disrespecting us. On my game, I wear semi-revealing clothes, not completely, semi on my game. And on my game, there are guys that come up to me and will say things out the way to me on my game. I correct them because if you don't correct them, they will continue doing it. I don't allow no man to get away with anything as far as disrespect. I correct him right then and there because when I wear my clothes, I wear my clothes for me. I want to feel good and look good for me. I've never had to dress for a man because I always looked in the mirror at myself. And when I looked in the mirror at myself in my younger years, I was dressing for Deborah. Never did I dress for a man. Today, I still dress for Deborah. We missed the ball. We missed the ball because the young people tend to think that they can dress like they're in the bedroom out. And what it's doing is disrespecting them, it's disrespecting us, it's giving signals saying to these males, oh, you can disrespect anybody with the brown skin. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We ain't having that. We ain't having that. Hi, I am the creator. How you doing? No, we're not having that. We're done with that disrespect. We're tired of the disrespect. We're tired of it. You know, and this the other thing that gets me. This is the Christians. The Christian says to people that worship the ancestors, that worship that build altars. Now this is Christians. They build altars, they worship the ancestors, but yet and then they say that it's wrong to other people, but yet when they're in church, they go up to the altar, they do an altar call. Preacher said, come up to the altar, and they think that's all right. It's so important to pay attention to what you're doing and what you're saying and how you're operating. You're sitting up there telling these Africans that they worship ancestors, but you do the same thing. Oh, my mama talked to me last night. Your mama been dead for 10 years. Oh, my daddy talked to me last night. Your daddy been dead for 10 years. The same demons them African worshiping is the same damn demons you're worshiping. Your mama and your daddy is gone. Ain't no such thing as no ancestors, nothing, nowhere. They gone. Now, I'm a firm believer of this. When they pass from that physical body, they hang around for a little bit. And I believe that. But not no years. And then why would you even have to tell an ancestors what you need? I need this, I need that. You don't have to tell them shit. They was here already. They know the situations that we're in down here. And I have said this over and over and over again in many videos. The other thing, people, church Christian people say, oh, they doing them rituals over there. Go look up the word ritual. Any damn thing that you do repeatedly is called a ritual. If you cook every day, that is a ritual. If you take a bath every day, that is a ritual. If you clean up, that is a ritual. We can talk this shit down as much as we want to, but it's still the same thing. It's just done a different way. The other thing, I'm not going to burn no candles in my house, but guess what? You go to Bath and Body Works and you get them damn plug-ins. What you think that is? What you think burning out of there? That's incense. You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. I'm just tired, people. I'm so sick of people running their damn mouth about shit and they don't pay attention to what they're saying. They just talk and talk and talk and talk. Listen to yourself talk because you sound stupid. Just listen. The other thing is, I'm not going to listen to those tarot card readers. I'm not going to listen to them. But in your damn church, they got people called prophetess and prophets. You listen to them. What you think the difference between them? What's the difference? Ain't no damn difference. Such hypocrites. The other thing. Oh, they go and worship the dead. You're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. Pot can't call the kettle nothing. Monkey see, monkey do. I see the mothers, they dress a certain way, and then they go and have their little daughters dressing the same way. You ain't got no business taking some perm, putting it on a 5-year-old head. Why would you put perm on that baby's head? That shit goes through the scalp, can cause damage to that baby's brain. Just dumb stuff. Not only that, I see these females, they be twerking on videos and stuff, and then they got these little kids, these little 5 and 6 and 7-year-old girls twerking. And you want a man to love you? You don't love yourself. How you expect for somebody to love you when you don't love yourself? It's just getting old now. I'm tired of it. So if I have to come on every day saying the same thing day in and day out for somebody to tell, somebody gonna listen. Somebody gonna listen. Somebody gonna listen. And I know somebody listen. Because I was the only one on YouTube ever saying take what resonates and what does not resonate, put it on the shelf. Now everybody just about saying that. So I know somebody listening. But we being mothers and being older mothers, are we responsible for somebody else's daughter? Yes, we are. Wouldn't you want somebody to be there for your daughter? Yes, you would. What if somebody was beating your daughter up and you wasn't nowhere near your daughter, but there was a woman near your daughter that could go and rescue your daughter? Should she go? Should she keep walking past your daughter? Should she? Because that's not her daughter? Or should she stop and see what's going on? You see what I'm saying? We got to change the way we think, people. We got to change. Start looking at the situation as if it's yours. Because these little girls, they need to change. It's not good to wear somebody else's hair because it affects the brain. It's not good to put perm and colors and all that stuff in their head because it goes down in the skin. It affects the brain. If you got to look a certain way for a male, then you don't need him. You don't need him. And what gets me, I have seen guys belly hanging way over their pants, talking about they want a beautiful girlfriend or a beautiful wife, but you ain't looking beautiful yourself. Don't want and desire something that you ain't looking like nothing yourself. Don't you know women that look good, they want a good looking man too? Ain't every woman is desperate for a male. She look good, she wants something to look good too. That's the other thing. Women are so desperate to have a piece of penis in between their legs. You can go and take a douche all day and all night. That's not going to clean you out because that only goes in the bottom part of your body. For that to be clean, you got to start from the mouth. Okay? You got to find something that's going to go from the mouth straight down through the body. Because that's how you get your cleansing. That's how you get your cleansing. And we got to realize this. It's just important. We are our sisters and brothers keepers. That's who we are. If a male is not a patriarchal, he has the right to say to a female, you need to put some clothes on. Because I wouldn't want my daughter to be dressing like that. You need to put some clothes on. You have a right to tell her that. Same way with the female. If a female is not dressed looking like a slut or a whore, she has a right to say to that young girl or to that young lady that she needs to change and she needs not dress like that. I don't know what's going on with the my comments, but let me just calm down and see what you guys are saying. Okay. I can't see some of the names. I guess this is something new that YouTube is doing. I don't know. But hey, Coconut, how you doing? Fool Abroad, how you doing? Good to see you. Jesse, good to see you. Uh, and Jesse says, is that you saying this, Jesse? That's why you just take their dollars, period. And then I am creator. Hey, hello, Miss Deborah. Hi, everyone. Okay. And then I guess he says that I'm right. I'm a creator. I am a creator, says true. And then it's the bills. Oh, the money. Okay. It's the money that they're thinking about. Well, everything ain't money. You can get your own business. You can get your own business that could be reputable and clean. It doesn't have to always be stripping. Because that male don't give a flip when he goes into those strip clubs. He doesn't give a flip. You are a meat to him, and he doesn't mind spending his dollars on meat because that's what it is to him. He don't care about the Z. I had an uncle, and my uncle told me this, and he was a nasty one. He told me when he was young, he told me he had sex with a damn dog. And I'm just looking at it, you know. And he said, for as long as there's a health department downtown, he gonna go down there. And see, what people don't realize, this is what you don't realize. Once you get sexual transmittal disease, it does not go away. They give you medications to treat the symptoms, but it does not fix the problem. And that's what you need to understand. The only thing that probably will cure a sexual transmittal disease, and you really would have to know and understand herbs, because there are some herbs down here that will clear all that stuff up. But I don't know of them. But I know some people that may know of them. But that's the only thing. That stuff that they're giving you from the hospitals, that's not going to clear up that sexual transmittal disease. And what's getting me, this is what's really getting me. These little girls don't have a problem talking about sucking a lollipop. They don't have a problem with it, just putting it all out there. How you gonna suck on something that's been stuck in ain't no telling how many females, how many buttholes that has been stuck. Now, how you gonna stick that in your mouth? But you go and you get a douche, or you go sit on some type of warm stuff, calling yourself cleaning your vagina or cleaning your penis, but you putting stuff in your mouth. That same thing, you're putting it in your mouth. What are you going to do about that? I just don't get it. I don't get this craziness that people are doing. I've never put my mouth on anything because my mouth is made for eating food, and that's what I've done. Ate food. Well, it's GMO stuff now, but that's what I eat. I've never had to put my mouth on no penis. And I think it's filthy. It's filthy because when you are connecting yourself to a person, You're connecting yourself to their energy, their spirit, all of that. The negative, the positive, all that is going in you. All of that is connecting to you. Now just think, if somebody is psychological crazy, and that person puts his energy into you, and then you suck in his penis, you're gonna flip out. You know, that's we missed the boat. We didn't teach our kids about education, the sexual uh, behavior, and this dressing, and this nastiness. We missed the boat. We let the system educate them. That's what we did. We didn't give them permission to do it, but we let them educate them. They don't. Many of them now. The personal hygiene has gotten a little better, because it used to be just a year ago when I would go in places, the smell would be just so horrific. It has gotten a little better. I saw a video with this mother and this little 5-year-old son. No, he was 7. He was 7 years old. He said to his mom, "Mom, I take a bath 7 days, 5 days a week, and on Saturday and Sunday I don't take bath." This is a little 7-year-old boy telling his mama that. Personal hygiene. What is it about the water that people have a problem with? Even some older people. My grandfather, he used to didn't want to get in the water. I used to have to force this man in the water. I don't understand. You're in the water in the belly, and I just don't understand what is it about the water that people get so afraid of. And here's the other thing about the water. I hear people say they don't bathe because the water is bad. They putting toxins and all that kind of stuff in the water. They are, and they've been doing it for a long time. But that same damn water you don't like to bathe and take showers in is that same damn water you're eating that GMO food from. You're eating food, you're still putting it in your body. It's just like we just need to think, people. We really need to think. We're not thinking about the things that we're doing. I don't care if a young person tell me that ain't your business, Miss Deborah, what I do. And I'm going to constantly say to them, it is my business. Because one day you're going to thank me for telling you. I may not have been through many things that they're putting themselves through, because I'm not nasty like that. But I know somebody that did. And I know where they are. They ain't here. They crazy. A lot of them. There's a lot of people my age that did the same thing that them young girls are doing. But it's sad when somebody all the way over in Israel, well, what they call Israel, is saying that the women in America is disrespected and hated. I'm going to post his video, his TikTok video, at the bottom of this video. When a male tells you how the males are feeling about, and also he says that we're the devils. We're the ones why the males fail. And I'm going to say this. The reason why the males fail is because they are a degenerate woman. So they are lesser. They are the lesser part of the woman. That's why they fail. Okay? Now, if they pay attention, all this negative stuff that's going on in this world and have been going on in this world has to do with the males. Even though he is a degenerate woman, because that's what he is. He's a broken ex. And those in and consider themselves to be in high places, they know that. They know that. That's why the hate is there. But they can't fix that. They can't change that. That's why it's important to just for them to tell the truth about things, so everybody know the damn truth. So we all can come together and help one another. Because they don't give a flip about you. They straight out letting you know they don't care. That's why I don't understand why is it that a female go from one relationship to the other. You don't even give yourself time to heal from the relationship you just got out of. It takes time to heal. Same thing with a male. You just got out of that relationship. You need healing time. Sometimes healing may take 3 years. That's the minimum. Sometimes it takes 20 years. It took me 20 years to heal from a relationship. 20. But then I was married for over 20 something years. It takes time. And talk about soulmate. These people ain't your soulmate. Your soulmate is inside of yourself. Your yin and your yang is your soulmate. And if you were married to your soulmate, you wouldn't run and jump into these relationships like you do. I got to have me a man. I got to have me a woman. No, you need to have yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to know who you are. Because if you know who you are, then your choices would be better. I'm not talking to you guys that are here. I'm talking to the other ones that's going to be listening to this video. Because I know you guys that are here know what to do. I see y'all got quiet. So I am a creator. The radio and TV has ruined this generation. Well, we have to take blame for it too, because a lot of us was working. A lot of us was tired from working, and a lot of us didn't sit down and have conversations with this generation. And that's part of the problem too. We can't blame everything on the TV and the radio and them cell phones. Can't do that. Got parents have to take responsibility, or whoever is raising the children have to take responsibility. It's not all on the TV and the radio and the cell phones. So Fool Abroad says, think people who don't have souls struggle with being alone because they don't have that connection to spirit. They need to be around other people. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Fool Abroad. And that's the thing. But to assume that the soul is outside of a person, that's incorrect. The soul is inside. It has never been outside. But that's what they've done. They've taken the truth and reversed it, and they made people think that you have to go outside for everything that you need. And that's just, you have to reverse it and go inside. It's there. All your truth about your life is inside of you. I don't care what it is. And like I said before, we're taught from school to go outside ourselves. Even your Masonic, whoever the writer was for this Jesus Christ, said, pretty much told you that God has not made a temple with a hammer, letting you know that's not a church. He did it without he did it without a hammer and a nail. Therefore, it's inside of you. Everything is inside. The temper is inside. The knowledge is inside. The Akasha record is inside. There's nothing that you need outside of yourself. It's all inside. It was put there before you came out the womb. You just have to not be afraid of yourself and talk to yourself, because that's what you're going to have to do, because can't nobody else. Some of us can kind of nudge you along the way to go in that direction, but that's all we can do. We can't get in your head and instruct you on what you got to do for your life. You got to do that for yourself. You have to do that for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with people that don't have souls wanting to be around people that do have souls, because the people that do have souls that have learned themselves and know what their instructions and what they need to do down here don't mind it. But if you one of those person that don't have soul, trying to give somebody a problem, we don't want that. We don't want them kind of people around us. Them kind of, every time you tell them something, oh, I know that, I know that, I know that, and then what? Not only do they do that, they try to tell you some stuff you already know. I'm like, they ain't been looking at my videos, because they trying to tell me something that I already know. Because if you looked at my videos, I already knew that. But you're trying to show me. I guess they be trying to show me what they know. That's good. That's good. Take it and apply it to yourself. Because, like I said to many videos, is you can have knowledge all day and all you want to, but if that knowledge does not change you, there's no, you just like this computer. This computer does not change, but it carries a lot of knowledge. Doesn't do nothing. And that's how some people are. Some people have knowledge, but their behavior is terrible. Now, if you have power within yourself and you get that knowledge attached to that power, it's going to change you. You're going to evolve. You're going to continue evolving. If you just get knowledge just to have a conversation with somebody, nobody want to hear that. I like to see results. I like to see, oh, you know what? I smoked cigarettes for 20 years. I'm not smoking them anymore. Oh, I drank for 50 years. I'm not drinking anymore. I want to see change, because that's what knowledge does with the person that has a soul. It causes them to change. They evolve. They go from one person. Yes, that's you're right. I am a creator. It unlocks the power within. And they just keep on growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And another thing too, I used to cry so much for people, so much, because they didn't know things, and I felt like they should know. I was a crybaby, y'all. And I know when I get on these videos, it don't seem like I'm a crybaby. But I promise you, I was a real big old crybaby. But guess what? I don't cry no more as much now. It's getting better for me, because I'm not the creator. The creator is the only one. The Almighty is the only one that can make that change take place in people. I can't do it. And so I stopped giving energy to that. And that's what the Almighty helps you to do. Things that weakens you, things that cause distraction. What happens is that power in you that comes from the Almighty, because it ain't you, helps you to be able to deal with things better. And they just get better and better and better and better. And that's how it works. I know that ain't different from nobody else. I know that we all are different, but that's not different. I was just on a live with this young lady, and she was, well, she said that the mothers was at blame, not teaching the girls how they should be, and she didn't lie, because a lot of mothers in my age bracket, we had to work. We had to work. We had to clean. We had to cook. We had to go to all the meetings. My ex-husband, all he did was work and eat and screwed. Them are the three things he did. He worked, he ate, and he screwed. All the other stuff I had to do. You talk about real slave. I was a real slave. That's why I have a problem with men trying to think that they're the domineering ones, and to sit up there and tear that big bold-faced lie that the woman came out of him. Please. If the woman came out of here, she'd be coming out of him right now. That never happened. Never. And it never will happen. That's your above and below. What was above? The stars, which are the women. And what is below? The babies coming out of that same woman. That's what's below, above and below. Same process. Same thing, nothing different. Hey Luz, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I was listening a little bit to Chief Warhorse. I think it's a Warhorse. Yeah, Warhorse. I was listening to her and she was talking. She made one comment and I kind of was like passing by. And she said that if the Moors did something, she didn't know nothing about it because she's an Indian. And so I know for a fact those that was here in America aren't the same as those that are found that came from West Africa. We're not the same people. We mixed with everybody, but we're not the same people. I know that by personality. I wanted to talk about let's see here. Okay, the word dada. I talked with an African guy, and he told me that the word dada, D-A-D-A, which means think and thought that the baby was calling them dada. That means breast, the mama's breast milk. That's what the baby is saying. So when the baby said da 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 da, it's talking about the milk, the breast milk. It has nothing to do with the male. But I guess I just don't understand why some males feel like they need to be in competition with the woman, because the real woman, the woman that knows herself, all she's wanting to do is to nurture. There are times she has to get into her masculine self to protect herself, because the protection, the hardcore, all that comes from her masculine self. You see what I'm saying? It comes from her masculine self. But we don't. It bothers me when I see that some males are jealous. That irritates me. I don't like that. There's no reason to be jealous. And they get a kick out of seeing these females disrespect themselves. That's funny for them. It's really funny for them. It's not funny for me. That patriarchal system really messed some males up down here. And I'm talking about males that went to college, that are college graduates. They are so confused. They really believe that this crap. The first thing that when they joined the Masonic Masonry, the first thing that they do is give them this Bible. That's what they do. They give them the Bible. And the Bible is a bunch of stuff that's made up by the Masonic Brotherhood. But they give it to them too. And it's sad, you know. But it's nothing I could do to help those guys. I would love to, just like I would love to help those females out there that's following those guys. They just as confused as they are. The sororities, the fraternities, they in the same boat. They go to these churches, all of them, and it's a social day club. That's what I call it, a social day club. You know, you got the nightclub, and that's the day club. That's what that is to me. You know, you got to be in the clique. You got to be in the same clique. Because if you ain't in that clique, they can detect it too. They know you're not a part of their process. The same way you can feel their energy, they can feel yours too. So don't get it twisted. Just pay attention to your energy. Because when I go into stores and places and stuff, people can feel my energy. And I know that if they can feel your energy and you're feeling their energy as well. You know, they always say the devils, you know, that they had one story in there where the skiba boys was trying to lay hands, call themselves casting out, and this is just a metaphor, casting out demons. Um, and then the devil said to the skiba boys, Jesus I know, Paul I know, but who are you? And then jumped in him. Now, mind you, that was a metaphor. That was an allegory, but it's a real, true thing that happens with people, period. You got people going around calling themselves laying hands on people. And the same Bible tells you lay hands suddenly on no man. The same Bible tells you not to trust no man. Now, see, some of that stuff in that Bible is true. But like I said, and I tell you again, some of it is lies, some of it is allegory, and very little of it is truth. You know, because this is some stuff people just have the same type of characteristics from ancient time. They just look different, and the time is different. But it's the same way of thinking. People are the same way. They had jealousy, envy, and all that stuff back then, just like they got it right now. You know? And let me read what Lou's saying. Lou's talking. Let me see what Lou's saying. He says, greeting, Deb. Greeting to you. And then he said, talk that talk. He said, love to hear the divine speak. Well, thank you, Luce. And so I guess Luce was responding to what I was saying about the men. And he says, jealous. They're jealous. They're jealous. These males are so soft now. You got to know what's what. Yes. Right. It says man is cursed. Nothing about woman. And if man is God, the devil is man too. And that's the truth. And that's the other thing that I wanted to say. I know this a hard pill to swallow, but as they always do, they change the meaning of words. The man originally, when spoken, was talking about the woman. As time progressed, they took the man and they attached that word to male. Okay? So the woman and the man, the man is the male is the woman. He is woman. And see, like I said, he's the and I don't like to say it in this manner, but he is the earthly woman, is what man is. Because that's when man start developing down here in the earth. Because before the woman came here, uh, she was the giant in the earth. The woman was the giant in the earth. And because it's in this earth is when the star, she's the star, she's the master, she's the master. And as she began to process in this earth, she began to start deteriorating. There are places right here in America where they have chopped down trees, giant trees. They tried that, and it's sad. The extreme that they go to try to erase who the women see, because they foolish. They're very foolish. They brought the 50 feet giant woman. Why didn't they have the giant man? Because it wasn't one. The other thing that they did, um, they brought in the different stitching, and then York came in with uh, these Anunnakis. They didn't exist. They put the Anakins in the Bible in the 5th chapter of Genesis. They didn't exist. That was some bullshit. They did that because they're humiliated, because they don't want people to know that they are woman. You just a different version of the woman. And when I talk about woman, I'm not talking about the albino female. She wasn't there. I'm talking about this woman. This is woman. The brown woman is the woman. Okay, not the albino. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, we at some point we're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to start saying things the way they are. When I put this guy's video at the bottom of this video, he's saying what he want to say, and I'm gonna say what I want to say. Now, Lou said, "Oh, that's Gremlin. Hey, Gremlin Cinnamon. Oh, Gremlin Cinnamon Limes. You verified it for me because females iron, women lack iron, so that makes men female and women male. There you go. Name. Oh my God, you're right, Deborah. Oh my God, I just realized something. Thank you. Gremlin female limes, and it should be male and not male. There you go. There you go. No, I'm not lying. Let me tell you something. One of the hardest things, the same way I couldn't understand why albinos hated so much, and I had to go and do a research, and I talked to the Almighty about that, and the Almighty showed me straight out what those Moors did to those people, and those people turned around and did worse to the Moors. But the thing about what they did it to everybody that had this skin tone, and that's not, excuse me, that's not fair. Now what they've done, they doing harm to everybody outside of their arena. If you're not a part of their arena, you catching it too. So that means you, albino, is catching the same thing as the original is catching, because they don't care. They don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I used to go to the grocery store where the albinos live only. They putting garbage in their grocery stores too now. They don't care. They just, what they trying to do, they're trying to take everything for themselves. And you can't, the period that they took things, this is not the period for them to take anymore. That period is over for them. That's why they're running scared. Because see, if you kill 10 of us, because the only thing you can do is the physical body, 10 more gonna come. They gonna come in drones, okay? Because you got to go. You had your period, you had your time, you messed up, you did worse than the Moors did. The Moors came in and they ran this continent, going around taking people's resources, taking the land, taking everything, and then taking credit for it, and trying to make America seem like it was uncivilized. People that was found here was very civilized, very civilized. talking about 5 civilized tribes. Anyway, I ain't gonna go there. But the point of it is, it's going to happen. It's going to be forced that the people that's out there giving credit to HARP, HARRP, you better stop giving credit to HARP, because the Almighty is handling that. When you see that water, that's the Almighty. Okay? And she is hearing the cries of the people. And I said the people, I mean the people. She hearing the cries of the people. Hi, Cosmic. Yeah, she hearing the cries of the people, and she handling things. Look at my window. Look at my window. Now you see that white form that's in my window. That's a part of the mother. You see it? And you go and look at all my videos, you're going to see it doing just what it's doing. I'm not afraid of nothing, because I know the Cosmo got me. So if I get up out of here, it's my time. In the meantime, I'm going to open this mouth as wide as I can open it to say what needs to be said. Because as long as they can keep people separated, then people can't come together to share experiences. People out there hurting. I'm talking about all the cultures. They're out there hurting. If they can come together and share their experiences, oh man, this would be awesome. We can share ours. They can share theirs. They don't want us to come together. They told you what they did in the beginning. In the beginning, they tore down the language and caused it to be confusing. Ain't no God came down and did that. They did that. They did that. They created all this confusion. How did they do it? They did it with negative entities. Where did those negative entities come from? They came from the degenerate male, which really is woman. So the devils that you talk about, it's in all of us. We have the negative and positive in us. I just choose to use my positive, or try to be balanced, because I don't want to use my negative, because I know what it does. I've seen it operating. You have the power in you that's why you're called generator, operator, and destroyer. Because that substance of the creator, of the Almighty, is in you. You are the generator, operator, destroyer. Destroyer is in the root chakra. You're that, and they know that. And they have done everything that the target has been the soul children from the beginning, because they're the only ones that have that power. And therefore, that soul children has been the target, and still is. But like I said, they can only destroy the physical body. But they gone, y'all. They gone. They got to go. Because they've done nothing but cause havoc in this earth. They've done nothing but cause separation in this earth. And tried to and put heavy burdens on people. They should have been taking care of the poor, the needy, the stranger, and the widow in the land. You got the homeless people, the man laying in the streets. And you got people walking by. The preacher walks by. The preacher helper walks by. But then the person that's poor, ain't got nothing, walks by to help the poor. But the preacher and the preacher helper walks right on by. Their own Bible tells them to take care of the poor, the needy, the widow, and the stranger in the land. Their own Bible tells them that. They don't do that. They don't do that. They don't care to do that. And those folks that go to church, they go to church only to listen to a mediator. You're not supposed to have something in between you and what's inside of you. You should be ashamed of yourself. You got all that valuable knowledge and power inside of you that you keep locked up because you were taught in school to keep it locked up. Just go outside of yourself. You be just fine. No, 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 no. It's inside. It's inside. So what we have to do, we have to be stripped of all those layers of garbage that we put on ourselves, that we allow others to put on us, starting from school. It's layers of garbage. Layers of it. And then those that we slept with, those that we had sex with. Gotta strip away that stuff. Because you took on personalities that wasn't yours. See, and that's what people don't understand. All that sexing does. You're giving you're transmitting negative and positive energy. And if you just operating in your lower energy, you're transferring your demons, because that's what demon is. It's the lower part of you. That's the fallen angel. That's the lower part of you. You're transferring it, and guess what? You get a woman pregnant. Check this out. You get a woman pregnant. Guess what that woman gonna have? That lower part of you gonna come out of her. So we need to understand who we are, people. We need to understand that this is some serious time. That's what you got out there. People are angry. Why? Because they're in their lower self. They weren't taught that by nobody. And if they were taught that by the preachers, then they would be walking around here differently. And they're not. One of the preachers just said, one preacher, and he changed his name to the dollar bill. Okay, that's not his real name. That wasn't his birth name. But he just said tithing had nothing to do with money. He just not saying that. I've been telling people that for at least 20 years. But they didn't listen to me. They listened to the preacher. So Luce said, that's what I tell people all the time. Jesus and Satan is within. Good and bad, yin and yang. Blue, yes, red and blue. All that, yes, absolutely right. And then Fool Abroad said, what I want to know is where the Anunnaki came from. And they are an aspect of mother. I wonder, because everything is technically from the mother. Listen, they made the Anunnaki story up because they don't want the woman. They don't want people to know that man came from the woman, that man is the woman. They don't want people to know that story. So they made up this bullshit telling you that the Anunnaki came from another planet. Let me tell you something about Venus. Now, Venus is supposed to be the brightest star up there in the sky, right? Now, I'm going to throw something at you. Since Venus is the brightest star up there in the sky, the only thing that you see up there in that sky every morning and every evening is that sun. Okay? That's the bright, and most people don't know that the sun is a star. It was a star first before it became a sun. They didn't tell you that in school. They didn't tell you none of it. They don't even tell you that in college. Well, they might be doing it now. You know. But there's no such thing as the Anunnakis fool abroad. They made that up. It started with Stitching. Stitching was an albino. He was a part of the elites, so-called elites. Then Malachi Yard took it and made himself the holy tablets. He gathered information and made himself a holy tablets. But that's what they did. Okay? Trying to destroy the woman. Because see, she has to get back into her original mindset, the woman. She's been raped, stripped, and then she turned around and did it to herself. She did it to her children. She did it to her grandchildren. The woman has to find herself because she's destroying too much now. So Luke says they all want to be sheep. Nobody want to be shepherds. Yeah, but it's best to put things in the proper place. And they have not done that. It ain't, for me, it ain't about no shepherd and no sheep. Because if you get in your proper place, we all got work to do down here. If you get in your proper place, let me tell you something. When you get the truth, it's going to hurt the shit out you. Because everything that you went to school for is going to be stripped away from you. And as that stuff being stripped away from you, it's going to hurt. Because you're going to feel like one dumbass. Okay? Real dumb. You're going to feel like the dumbest person in the planet. But once you get past that, because that's the ego. Once you get past that, listen, you good to go. And then some other shit you got inside you think you didn't have. And that got to be stripped away. Because it has, we come in corrupt. When we come out that womb, we start gathering corruption. That's what we do. We start gathering corruption. And then when we don't know this stuff until we become an adult. Some young people get it, and some people don't get it till they get older. And just think, if you're getting older, it's hard because it's harder because you're getting so much stripping. You're getting so much stripping away that hurts. It's just like going through some fire for real, for real. You getting burnt the fuck up because of that scripting, and that's how it is. I know they wrote about it everywhere, food abroad, but you can believe what you want to believe. I'm just telling you the way it went. You asked the question, and I told you where it is, and I told you about those books. They write stuff. They write stuff all the time that's not true. And that's what they do. And you have to make a decision on letting it go or not. Oh, it wasn't you that said that? Okay, well, you said, let me see, I'm going back up here. You said, what I want to know is where the Anunnaki came from. That says fool abroad. Are there in aspects of the mother? And I said, no. I wonder because everything is technically from the mother. Yes, it is from the mother. But the Anunnaki story was made up by the patriarchals. They made that shit up. You got to remember the Bible was written by them. They put that together. The Moors want to say that the Abians put this Bible together when they know damn well they did this shit. The Moors did this. And then they want to come here and say we Moors. I don't want no part of nobody that consider themselves to be better than anybody. I don't want that. I don't even like that attitude. And it's funny because I've always been a person that tried to support African jewelry. I just told this guy that I wanted him to do the unk for me, and then he gonna charge me $130. I told him I was on a budget. He gonna charge me $130. I told him, I said, I ain't gonna be able to get that. And do you know he was all smiley and told my daughter that she's a good woman, all that. But the minute I told him I ain't gonna be able to pay them $130, he changed up on me real quick. And see, what he don't know, that I've been studying West Africa for a long time, and he doesn't know that in my mind that you took on the same attitude that I figured you were going to take on. You showed me I wasn't important to you. It was all about them dollars. And once you weren't gonna get no dollars from me, you didn't care about me. You had that. Now, am I saying every person from West Africa is like that? No. I'm talking about those that was Moors, those that the ancestors that was riding around all over the planet causing harm to people. And I'm talking about them people and their ancestors. That's who I'm talking about. The ones that in America right now calling themselves L's. Do you see them calling themselves Elohims? The Elohims are them. The Moors. The Moors are Elohim. When they talk about the Elohims in the Bible, they talking about kings and queens and all that. And that's the other thing. The word queen, nobody was called queens but homosexuals. Homosexuals laugh at so-called straight people calling themselves queens. They laugh. Fool Brown said, yes, I never felt comfortable referring to the Elohim. I've always wondered if the Elohim was, yes, they are. They are. They keep up the lies. They tried to tell you these that you got the Elohims is nothing but them ones, invisible ones, and then they have those that are visible. The invisible ones, the visible ones are the Moors. They call themselves, go do the research. They call themselves L's. L this, L that. That's who they. And it's funny because they give themselves away. When you take this Bible and you use their Bible concordance that they put with the Bible, and you study those words in depth, you'll see that they were men, or they were demons in men bodies. Okay? Because you got those that are invisible as well. We were invisible before we became visible. You see? And if you could just get that in your head and realize that we have the same substance that the invisible, what they call demons, have, we have it too. We have it too. That's our lower self. The lower and higher self. The higher self is higher than this, but it's invisible, but it's connected to us. And then the lower self is the physical part of ourselves. When they talked about the greed, the seven sins, that is true. That's the lower part of ourselves. The seven sins is yeah. So here's the thing. All the demons that they talked about were females. All the fallen angels that they talked about is all females. Okay, all of them females. Lucifer was beautiful. Only thing was beautiful was a woman. All females. Okay, but they are masculine and feminine as well. Even in the when you fall asleep, you're sitting up in the fourth dimension. Where is the fourth dimension? The fourth dimension is up there where that moon is. That's your fourth dimension. Past that fourth dimension is a magnetic field. Nothing can go out, and the only thing can come in is the mother. Okay? Nothing can go out. So when they tell you they up in the 6 and 7 and 8 dimension and shit, they lying. Okay? First of all, The woman is the 12. She has 12 chakras. They lie and tell you seven, period. No, you got 12. The woman has 12 chakras. The male, the original male, he has nine, and then the albino have seven or six, probably six. Because they do have pineal gland, but the pineal gland actually calcified 12 years old, and that's what they be doing when they be bringing them babies out of these hospitals and stuff. They put them babies under that blue light to mess up the pineal gland. You know, them babies come out seeing. That's why these babies today, they used to say the babies couldn't see. My daughter was my last child. My daughter, she was 9 pounds and something ounces. But anyway, she could raise her head up. She could see me. I took my hand and moved my hand around. So that was a lie. See, we have to be careful with these lies. They give us these lies, and we have ran with these lies instead of checking it out and making sure that it was correct or not. We didn't do that. We took people's word for stuff. We can't do that now. We have to. That's why I tell y'all all the time: take what resonate and what does not. Put it on the shelf, but make sure what you know, you know, because you don't want to be taking a lie, telling a lie to people no more. We tired of the lies. We tired of it, and we don't want to be taking lies out there either. Okay, Food Bros and Miss Deborah, what do you think about entities like Lilith? Are you familiar? Yeah, I'm familiar with Lilith. It's just Lilith is just another form of uh, uh, the lower negative force. They're in different names down here. So okay, you got the Pope that worship the Madonna. Okay, you got the counterfeit. See the Madonna and child. That those are entities too. The Yahweh, the Yah, all that. Those are entities that the Albions worship. Now, I had a friend. He was an Albion, and he was his name was Robert, and he called him Yahweh, and he told me out of his mouth, and we were friends for 10 years till he got fresh with me. Um, he told me that Yahweh was black. That's what he said. He said Yahweh was black, was a black God, and that was his God. And so this God that the Abians, the so-called Jews, are worshiping, uh, he said that he was black. So I know this. That thing up in that moon, that thing is black. Okay. Now there's a guy walking around here today that's black. He calls himself King Yahweh. And you know, I talked to him. His daddy was Yahweh ben Yahweh. And so that can't be the real creator. Can't be the real creator. And I know that the real, you got some people that calls the Almighty source. Okay, you can call a source. And then you got some people that say that she's neither female or male. You can say that too if you want to. If you want to say that she's not female and male in what you call female. Female and male have sex. No, she does not have sex. Now they say that the sun and the moon have sex. That's what the eclipse is supposed to be about. I took a picture of that. Now that looked like some bullshit to me, and I can post that too. Well, I did. I took a lot of videos down, but they lie about stuff, and they just keep on lying. Want to see how someone truly feel about you, let money be involved. Oh, I know this thing in my spirit. What about calling God the universal God? You got some people would say the I've seen this right here. Let me type it in here. It's UNIV. Oops. Okay, you see that? I've seen that right there. And I do sometimes think about it. Okay, well, if the creator, the Almighty created man, and keep in mind, man is woman. If the creator, the Almighty creator created, and I want y'all to think about it, created man in the image, then that would be the inside, not the outside. So if that be the case, then would this creator, this Almighty, have the negative and positive in her? Would she? Or why would she just create the woman with negative and positive? Or could it be that when the stars left their original state, because they were the stars, when they left their original state and came down here is when the negative took place? Because the negative is electrons. You got protons, neutrons, and electrons. The protons, excuse me, the proton is the magnetic field. That's up there, the stars. Then so the protons and the neutrons are together. That's the mother and the daughter. Now, the electrons doesn't come into play until we get to this earth, because nothing past that sun and that moon up there is electrons. Electrons are only in this earth. It's physical. And I can tell you that because I'm getting more into my feminine self. I had to be in my masculine self for many years because I really didn't I hated being in that position because I felt like, that's something. I was married to a man, and I felt like he should have been handling things. I wanted him to handle things because I wanted to do the nurturing thing. And because I had to be in my masculine, I was angry a lot, and I didn't like it. I really didn't like it, but I had to handle things, and that's what the masculine does. But since I have been gravitating to my feminine, um, it's beautiful for me. It feels good. It's loving, it's caring, and it considers all the time what he's saying, what he's doing, and it feels. I could feel myself in the words that I'm speaking out my mouth. It's just different. It's been a while. I'm not actually. I was born into my masculine because I had to do things. I had to help my mother, and see, I was more in my masculine. I had to protect my sisters and brothers. So you got to know what energy you're operating in. You know, ain't nobody told me this shit. I went through this through it by experiences. That's why I'm happy to share it now. So, because some of you can say, well, oh my goodness, that's what she's talking about. This is what I'm experiencing. All I'm trying to do is thought provoke you, cause you to focus on you, but think, because that's so important to think about your experience. And I'm happy to share with you my positive and my negative, my masculine and my feminine, because it ain't gonna take nothing from me to share that with you. Because it's all about me helping, and I expect the same thing with you people. Help whoever you can. because that's just it's just important to help people, but don't pass words on that ain't true. uh you know but yeah, the even the Pope now uh talking about all that they given you in the Bible is not true. They put that out there, but see, they have some ulterior motive. There's all kinds of lower level demons operating in the energy of a particular name. Lots of them. And they wanted you to think that there is one creator, the most high of the most high creator, which is the mother. And everything down here, you got invisible demons that call themselves masters and gods and all that stuff, as well as the physical ones. But if you have a soul, your power and energy matches that invisible one as well as the one that's here, and they know that. They know that. That's why they trickery, and they try to do things without you knowing that it's them that's doing it. And I laugh at them because I'm like, go somewhere with that bullshit. And because I've been dealing with them all my life. And it took me to get to my 50s, and I'm 67 as of September the 8th. I'm 67. It took me to get to my 50s to say, you know what, let me just deal with this shit. And that's where I'm at. Because I was running from it. I didn't want to deal with it. But I'm at a different place now. Because when you walk in that energy that you have, you're good. You're good. You'll be able to handle everything you need to handle. You're good. You know. So I'm getting ready to sign off, people. I definitely enjoyed you guys, as always. Um, well, thank you, Luz. I appreciate it. Y'all take care. Y'all be good.